All right. Muri Zimbabwe. Ongoing things, politics, every day. Vakaipa muri Zimbabwe. Tine news dzasvika panews desk dziri kubva mukati mefaction yeZANU-PF yaMnangagwa. Comrade Gungunde ndo vapinzira news idzi. Comrade Gungunde vari kutiudza kuti muri yeZimbabwe ma1 Mnangagwa uri pama1 because politics continues, it's ongoing and ongoing always. And it right now ndiri kutaura daizvo news dziripo ndedzekuti tagwirei. The problem iripo ndeyekuti tagwirei muri Zimbabwe. Haasi kutamba, haasi pamafanis. He is about power. He is about state power. Tiri kutaura tichiti President Mnangagwa nema-ideas avo ari crazy, nema-ideas avo avanenge vachifunga musoro mavo kuti vanogona kungoita something like that. Vachitraya kuita metsi dzavo vari kukundikana. Vari kuda kuestablisha chikingdom, but pane maforces two, rimwe riri kubva nekumberi, rimwe riri kubva nekumashure, ari kuvakakata both directions, achida kuvabvisa pachinhu ichi. So you see, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this. Now, you guys, you don't understand ma levels are cooperated na Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa doesn't sell ignorance to the wise, but he sells ignorance to the stupid, to the idiots, to kupovo. I'm very sorry, but povo ruzhinji aguna kungwara. So nyika muri Zimbabwe yedu yeZimbabwe yakamira kudai. So kune the wedre kuti elite ranyanyigwa. Rikanditi kune vazivi nevasingazivi nevanofunga kuti vanoziva. So kana chiti vazivi vanhu vekuti they found a way to make money and they're making a lot of money. And then vasingazivi ndevekuti though they might be making a lot of money, but they are working for somebody who just gave them that opportunity. And then rudende ugu tisu tiri ngoita mari yekuti tiri nesi, tiri teacher, tiri chii, handiti tisusu ruzhinji tigere uku atigere tichiita zvatiri kuita tisinganyatso kuziva. So tichari mabusinessmen machichichichi amunoona muZimbabwe, mabusinessmen muZimbabwe are very successful. Machichichichi very very successful. And these are the people who interact with Mnangagwa almost on a daily basis. Panenge asiri kukambena, panenge achivaka nyika zvanenge achitaura kuti tichivaka nyika. I mean, even ukaita president uri corrupt say, but still you have to do unototovake nyika, unototovake something, unototo handle some other decisions and etc. So these are the people vanosangana Mnangagwa, and the people who are big, sometimes ma businessmen from other countries, ma millionaire, ma billionaire, sometimes ma chichi muno muZimbabwe, people running ma companies, and you understand? And my MPs and my senators and my chichi educated people, rich, most of them, etc. So in this group, ndo kunana Tagbrei. In this group ndo kunenge kune timu rimwe rese nana Chiwenga kuno, and ndo kune group. So kunoku wakaconvinza iri group rema intellectuals, iri machichichi, he convinced this group kuti he is about development, he is about stability, he is about all these other things. And this group bought it. So they don't treat him as if they are talking to a dictator, though they can see that this guy has got those intentions, but they don't communicate with him on that level. So this is the seko inenge yakamutenderedza and ine influence. And then kozoita imwe seko itori different, seko yekuti they have power. We're not talking about money now. We're talking about real power, tanks, guns, bombs. This seko is military, is retired military, it's etc. These guys, they are the owners of the thing. No, the real lords in Zimbabwe. They come and they go, but during the time they are there, they are lords. General Matatu, right now, the biggest. He doesn't operate like a businessman. Zimbabwe. This is where Chiwenga is coming from. Right? So, now, these guys, Chiwenga is not really a business, maybe not a great, but wrong, very wrong. He's coming from this, we can change things anytime. We can change things anytime. We might not have all of the money like Wantabre, but if we want, we can do it now. And Wantabre will do nothing. You understand? So this is the group Reguti ndo rinenge richitogwa power na Mnangagwa kuti watogona ngoramba futi tichitonga tigoramba tigotonga munogoita sei. But then kuno kugroup irana Tagbre, he comes and they operate as if it's corporate clean business, hapana corruption, hapana chi, which is to say Tagbre knows kuti muna 2030 Mnangagwa will step down and Oita take over cleanly. At the same time, why is it Tagbre thinks that is possible? He can do that. Why do he think it's possible? Because Mnangagwa Zakari anenge achitengesa the idea kugroup iri yekuti we are going to silence the gun, which is one of the biggest points that he used to sell Cap 3 to these business people, these ma technocrats, something like that. Technocrats or something like that. This group of the elite business people, elite educated big lawyers, machichi, this group, he sold Cap 3, this group, wanted to change the constitution. Now we want to silence the military so that it can never intervene in civilian politics. And this is we are evolving our constitution. It's a living document. Do you understand that? Hans Nexus, why uchitaura chokwadi chakadai so? They got yes, Zimbabwe ndo basa rangu kumutsa chero vaya vakavata. Ndisingati imimi makavata, but varipo vakavata vanenge vachida kumuka vanzwisise. Anditi, right? So zvakamira zvakadai, you have to understand now kuti Mnangagwa will face backlash. He's already facing backlash from some of the guys kubva kune riri side remilitary pana Chiwenga. But if he ever attempts to change the two terms thing, he is now facing the biggest opponent from the front now. Chiwenga is from the back. Tagbre is from the front. And once the back and the front start fighting Mnangagwa, you will be removed because Tagbre will come with the money and use the money to do what? To finance what? The military, like what he did when? Now you know. So, Zimbabwe, peace. I mean, like he did in 2017. Paneva mwana ngatotadza kunzwisisa. Sezvakataurwa na Comrade Geza. Peace.